story I've been following throughout the year. Tory Lanez, or Lanez, however you want to call him, he's been found guilty of all 3 charges in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting trial, if you guys remember that one.
Yeah.
The jury in Los Angeles has found the Canadian rapper guilty of all the 3 charges levied against him, which in relation to the July 2020 shooting of American rapper Megan Thee Stallion. It's been 2 years since, but the Canadian artist, whose real name is actually Daystar Peterson, had initially pleaded not guilty to all the 3 charges, which include 1 count each on assault with a semi-automatic firearm, discharging a firearm with gross negligence, and carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, which eventually popped Megan in the foot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he could get 20 years according to the story.
more than 20, 23 actually. His hearing has been pushed to January 27th or so. Sentencing rather, January 27th. So we would be knowing exactly whether he's going to be popping those tracks from jail like R. Kelly. But let's hear Megan Thee Stallion on this situation.
I didn't want to move too quick, like, because I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared.
But you want to know what I think? Yeah. In the past 2 years, I want to think that she's milked the situation. She's had plenty of appearances on shows like what you've just seen. I'm not taking away the trauma from her, but I'm also saying that it also worked well for her. That and her posterior.
Whether she milked it or it milked her, the point is she could have lost her life.
Yes.
And it is this kind of moments are, should I say, the moments where where a lot of things change.
For you, true.
Their perception of life and all of that, and one thing, like I always say most of the time, the U.S. justice system, it's not perfect, but it's one of the closest to perfection that we have around. So I believe in the justice system there, and if he has been found guilty, well, let the law take its due course.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, but it's a shame though, because I love Tory's music. I think
it doesn't, like you said, it can be popping it from jail.
But still, would it be the same? You know, one thing I like about him
inspiration
is the fact that he is one of the few current artists who brought back the 90s for us. You know, he made it very familiar for youngins who didn't know that kind of music. But he was fantastic. And he was like the go-to channel to go if you were stuck at home during the pandemic as well. He was funny.
I just think when you're thinking about this kind of situations, it just takes me back to what you talk about. Anything can happen at any time. Because, yeah, it was from it was a party.
Yeah, it was a party.
And then that happened. And I'm thinking, what exactly is happening in the space of time where all of that, like, it's just, for me, I don't know, it's just confusing.
Yeah.
But then again, yeah, I love the fact that it's in courts, and justice is taking his due course, and of course, he's definitely going to be paid, of course, for his
Well, I hope he doesn't stop making music, whatever the case. Make him good old 90s and bring him back to the, now. Let's move on. Let's bring it back home to Nigeria. Now, if you are a big fan of Yul Edochie, then you have been following what's been happening inside a public space with his apology to his wife. If you guys remember last week, he made an apology that seemed kind of like maybe I should call it a justification of why he is the way he is. He went on to talk about accepting polygamy and, talked about forgiveness as well. Asking, begging, haranguing his wife to forgive him.
Haranguing,
you see,
even after he had
when
gone
the
ahead
story
and,
first broke out, I didn't have any problem with him. I was like, why is there so much? But because I really did not follow, but recently, because of what happened and the wife's response and all of that, I really want to check out the story, and he really is an idiot.
He went on and did it.
Yeah, he really is. And there was something she said, your kids are on social media.
Yep.
And you're making it's now
what he's doing is making a public jury.
It is yes, exactly. It's trying to draw.
He's trying to justify it.
Yeah.
And there's something she said. Look, I didn't. If I knew you were going to be a polygamist, there's nothing wrong if you decide to be.
Yeah.
But that was not what I signed up for.
True.
I didn't sign up to be this. And she has her rights. If that makes her wants to dissolve the marriage, good. Wonderful. And then you cannot start justifying and talking quarter. And then, there's all the stuff about picture
being
picture mix.
Photoshopped
And then he goes,
with him.
and then he's still trying to call her out and saying she should. Idiotic.
I think certain people can just be really, really insensitive when they're trying to do what they want and they don't think of other people. And in this case, Yul is definitely that person. He actually took an action that was obviously selfish. Now he's trying to justify it. And because, of course, social media is a very useful tool in this kind of situation, he's now trying to use that, trying to form, okay, fine, there's nothing wrong with polygamy. No, but just as you said, 100% correct. If you want to literally have an open marriage, marry someone that's of that mindset.
Exactly.
You will have your open marriage together.
You
if you want to be a polygamist, exactly, let her understand it.
Muslim. I mean, you know that you're going in there, you could have 3, 4 because your religion allows it.
Exactly.
No, do they come out to complain?
You can't literally have an initial plan with someone, have those beautiful kids, and then all of a sudden just change it.
Share something. We got married in a Catholic church. Polygamy is
not accepted.
It's not accepted.
This is a classic case of, and you're going to say, true, narcissism.
Yeah,
in some ways. That's exactly what it is. I'm going to make my world, and you all must conform to it.
It's very true.
If I can't threaten you, then I'm going to make everybody see that you're the one who's being unsympathetic here.
It's just really sad.
Well, he's gone off rails, he's gone off course, and I think he should, at this point, just...
it's just the social media publication, the continuation. It's just really,
shut up.
Nobody wants to know. I mean, if anything to go with the whole basketball situation is real, then I would congratulate him and say, thank goodness we didn't get to know about all the...
Exactly.
Everything inside.
And he might not, I feel like he had to do, maybe because of, when you do public statements, when something has happened, like a change of name and all of that, maybe for a reference,
that's the only reason
because
why
of a case in court or something.
The only reason why we're talking about this is because on Friday or Thursday, I think Basketball came out with a statement talking about his marriage being over.
Yes.
I'm not yet absolutely convinced. I still think that it is unprovoked. And if you ask me, I'll tell you, Unprovoked is actually the name of his next tour. So you see why I don't believe it. You get where I'm going?
I'm hoping, because his wife has literally been posting a lot recently, more than usual, and all of that. So it's like, okay, fine, all of this is happening, and then she was going about different concerts around Lagos and all of that. So I'm wondering, okay, is this really happening? Are you guys trying to do something?
They won't bounce.
They won't bounce.
But then again, it's not confirmed, so we can actually do that.
That's just my speculation.
Yes.
All right, let's move on now. Let's end this with a very interesting, entry here. Number of celebrities looks very adorable in matching pajama outfits, and I know Winfrey hates it.
What's wrong with all of you? Let them wear
Where is your own pajamas picture?
Let's take a look at
Wait, is this pajamas? Please, please, where's the pajamas?
It's a
That's
trend.
DK and her kid. Yeah, we have Teddy A and Bam Bam. And the 2 kids, amazing. Oh, that's Simi and Adekunle.
They chose a different color.
So,
that's
incidentally...
that's nice.
Yeah.
Incidentally, you know what happened?
That's interesting.
Hi, Buka.
That's not pajamas now.
Yeah, he said it that, no, this one is not pajamas, but this is magic.
So,
hey, snatchers!
I think I saw the other photo. I think we did.
Incidentally,
Bovi.
That's
nice. Bovi and his
incidentally, there's this footballer.
Mohamed Salah.
I really wanted to mention, that's the person I want to talk about.
Mohamed Salah, yeah.
He's Muslim, but he always identifies with Christians whenever it's time for it, because you understand, good cheer, you're passing around.
Yes, good
and then
PR.
everybody comes against him. They're like, Salah, why should you be? You are Muslim. You are in quote, you are a Muslim. People look up to you. That you shouldn't be doing this. But guy, no sense, steady releasing. And I like him for that.
We're looking forward to the Agbela shares. Don't know what they're going to be wearing, but
it's weird how Mazino throws these jabs, and he forgets how he just nicely also fits into the whole picture.
Yeah.
I don't fit in at all. Mazino and holidays don't go.
No,
you've never done pajamas?
No.
But if you want to do pajamas, if you want to, maybe we should do traditional. We should dress up like Dibia or.
So this is an open suggestion. This is an open suggestion to the producers and directors of Wake Up Nigeria. We're having a pajama Wake Up Nigeria.
We should.
Titi will love it. She will love it. She has been pushing for this for the longest time.